Everybody, I'm going to give you a warning. This is a blatant commercial. Ann and I and our friend Rich at Music Dealers Performance Sales decided to get in the string business, and not because we want to displace anybody or take over the world. We just have, in Rich's case, he's a wholesaler, and he has dealers that want to buy a quality string at a reasonable price. And we have so many guitars that come through our shop that need cleaning and restoration and new strings, and we just wanted to find a way to do that consistently and also reduce our cost of doing that. So we created a brand called Performers, and these are the acoustic Performers. These are phosphor bronze. This particular set is a 12 to 53, and we do a nickel series for electrics. We do nickel bass, and we do a clear nylon brass round classical tie-end medium tension set. So we're not going to be everybody to everyone, and there's certainly probably better strings on the market, and there are certainly worse strings on the market. This guitar is a Yamaha FG180 50th anniversary that I purchased as an emotional buy. The 180 was the first real guitar that I owned. I think I received it for Christmas, maybe I was probably in the 7th grade, so it's been quite a while ago. And I wore it out, totally wore it out. And Ann did have it restored for me, and I have it, and it's put away. In the meantime, I wanted to replace it because it was just an emotional thing. I wanted to have that guitar that I started out playing. And I stumbled on this through a dealer, a Yamaha dealer, that they had a 50th anniversary of an FG180, and I believe it was in 2016. I may be wrong on that. So we were able to find one, and still sealed in the box in a Yamaha warehouse. They only made 180 of them for each country, so I really got lucky. When the guitar came in, it was beautiful. I mean, it really is a very, very nice guitar. And I'm the Corbin guy, but that's okay. I love guitars. And the difference between the original FG180 and this guitar, the original FG180s were all plywood. Plywood top, plywood back and sides. They were tanks and they sounded good. And this guitar, the 180 50th anniversary, is a solid torrefied spruce top, solid mahogany back and sides. So, in reality, it's a Martin D18. And that's what they used to call the FG180, was the poor man's Martin D18. So I was never impressed with this guitar when I bought it. It looked nice. It played okay. It sounded dull. And it has spent most of its life since I've owned it in the case in a closet. So when we got these new strings, I thought, well, let's throw a set on the Yamaha. I still had the original factory strings on it. Let's see if it makes a difference. And I did. And the guitar is a completely different instrument. It sustains, it rings. It's got a nice balanced sound to it. I'm just using the phone mic. The strings intonate and tune really well. These are not expensive sets. That's the purpose. And guitar just blossomed. So, you know, these may not be the answer to your guitar, but the only way you find the answer is to try different strings, different materials, bronze, phosphor bronze, brass, nickel, whatever it is. And eventually you'll stumble upon that set. I had a similar experience with a Gibson J200, 1997 Bozeman that I bought many years ago. And I gave it to Anne as a wedding present. And the guitar was beautiful. It was an emotional buy also. My first influential guitar teacher by the name of Bob Petrie played a J200, and I bought it purely out of respect for Mr. Petrie, who's I haven't seen for years. But I wanted that sound and that memory, you know, that I associated with him. I didn't get the sound. The guitar was listless and dull. And I put a set of Elixir Nano Webs on it maybe 2 years ago. Pulled it out of the case. Oh no, it's been longer than that. Gave it to Ann 5 years ago. So around that time, I put a set of Elixir Nano Webs on it, and it just changed the guitar entirely. It's now a beautiful guitar to sit down and play. So again, blatant commercial. You want to buy some really good strings at a good price? Come on down to Music Plays On. If you're a dealer, they're available through Music Dealers Performance Sales, based out of Hamilton, Ohio. They're a wholesaler. And, you know, they're not going to be the string for everybody, but they may be a great string for you. So thanks for indulging me.